I made a post earlier about 2 hours ago precisely saying that I might not be able to make the video today because, guys, Lagos traffic today was on another level, and you guys know that on this part of Lagos there's usually a lot of traffic, okay? But I made it just in time for the show, and I felt like, you know what, before I undress, let me just make this video once and for all before I go take a shower and then, you know, go to bed. Alright, because I know that when I made that post, some people were like, Betha, what do you want us to do tonight? How are we going to know what happened? Look, I'm tired, but I'm going to do this, okay? Now for tonight, they actually talked about something that I feel like I fall into that category, you know? The topic for the day was gossip. Aproko, amebo, gbeboru. I don't know what else to call it, but if you have any other name for gossip, let me know in the comment section. Guys, that was basically the topic for today. And the housemates that we had in the house, I actually wrote that down. We had Mercy, we had Omashola, we had NK, we had Tacha, we had Dayan, we had Seyi, we had Ike, we had Thelma, we had Avala, and we had Fraud. Okay, now the first thing they talked about was people who kind of gossiped in the house. And you guys know how I've been saying this thing on this channel. Every single housemate gossiped. Like, there's really no point pointing fingers. Oh, it was you that gossiped the most. Oh, your own gossip not really full plates. You know, your own a cup is full. Like, what the hell? You gossiped. You know, and it's funny how some of the housemates were trying to take themselves out of it. Like, wait, go what? Excuse me. Any bucket where they pour gossip, you follow the inside. Jackie, I'm talking to you because I don't understand why every single time they talk about gossip, you try to take yourself out of it. Meanwhile, you dey gossip. I don't know what I want to talk on. You dey gossip. Now, Ebuka had asked Jackie the question of, you know, did you gossip and all of that? And she was like, no, I did not gossip in the house. What I know for sure is that the person I was talking to always lured me into those conversations. And of course, we know she was talking about Kafi, alright? And in my mind, I'm like, what do you mean by Kafi always lured you into the conversation? You be goat. If they say put your hand inside fire, you don't say that fire. And you grip pull your hand. You don't blame the person when say pull your hand. Now you go, now you will not get sense. How can you say somebody lured you? And again, that's not even true because Jackie, when I remember for that house, people know they two tell her things. You know, so if she want hear gist from you like this, she will call you come one side. And I thought people had forgotten that because when she was going about like, no, I did not gossip. Ebuka now said, are you sure about this thing that you're saying? You did not gossip. And she's like, no, she did not gossip. Next thing, Ebuka played us the clip. Not once, oh, not twice. Several times where she had to call Kafi. In fact, there was this one she told Kafi, come and sit down, let's gossip. That's what I'm always saying. If you don't tell us the truth from the beginning, then go open your nyash. I said this thing yesterday, and you guys can see it playing out. How can you say that you never gossiped for 3 months? Me say I know they house and they gossip for my channel every single day. And they gossip, now they gossip. If you hear me, you they gossip. So don't come and call the phone say, I did not go. Like, that got me really irritated. Like, Jackie, what are you saying? And let me tell you guys here, after they played that video, now so Jackie just cold. Suddenly, the babe cold like yesterday, but she now said, if it makes anybody feel better, I gossip. Auntie, you are not making me feel better. You should make yourself feel better by telling yourself the truth. You gossip. And that's why I like Thelma. Thelma accepts. Say, she gossip. See, these things here, it comes on a different level. Like, if you dey gossip, just accept say you dey gossip. Like now, I say it after me if you dey gossip. I put your name there because I go put my own. I, Austin Betha, when they follow and talk for this channel, they gossip. Now the truth be that, like, there's no shame in that. Just own it. And everybody go know, say, okay, you gossip, okay, expected, move on. Not on the phone saying, if it makes me feel better. Now yourself, if they do, not be me, Jackie. Now yourself. Anyways, moving on from that, they talked about Ike and Tacha's friendship in the house. And, you know, they asked Mercy how she felt about it and all that. And then Mercy was like, she doesn't have a problem with Ike being friends with Tacha. And the only problem she has is the both of them disrespecting her on social media. And they're like, what do you mean by disrespecting you? Like, did they do something? Did they say something? And she's like, no, they just come on social media and post some stuff. And I feel like that's disrespectful to me. Now they asked Ike Ike, what do you think about this whole thing? Do you think that your friendship with Tacha is kind of disrespectful to Mercy? And Ike was like, first of all, Tacha and I never talked about housemates. Like, if I had anything to say to her, it would be about Mercy, and it would be me complaining. Because Tacha was trying to define what gossiping is to us. And in her words, she said that is when you are talking about uncertainties. I don't really agree, okay, because I don't know. I don't think I agree with that definition. Because Ebuka actually made it clear that you cannot really call gossip uncertainties. Okay, that would be rumors. And I kind of agree with Ebuka on that. I don't feel like gossip is, speaking about uncertainties. I do not agree with that particular one. So if you gossip, just say you gossip. No try to put English for this matter. But then again, she was like, if I'm talking to somebody about something that happened, I'm not gossiping. I'm stating a fact. So I kind of get where she's coming from, but in this particular case, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking gossip. So you dey do am a boy about another person, and waiting they talk for here. And it is like, look, Tacha and I never discussed other housemates. Instead, we talked about things that had to do with me, or with Mercy, because I'm the one going to Tacha to talk about Mercy. And then he went on to say that there's really no point arguing with a lady because you never win. Now, Mercy is coming to say that my friendship with Tacha is disrespectful to her, but she cannot pinpoint one thing that me and Tacha have done to her. That's because her fans are always just instigating things. When they see Tacha and I, they take stories to her. She believes it and begins to act on that. And for him, doesn't really see how his friendship with Tacha disrespects Mercy. Now, Ebuka was like, okay, Tacha, what do you have to say about this whole disrespect thing? Because we all know that you're not friends with Mercy. And Tacha is like, based on what Mercy has said, I have no comments. And Ebuka was like, okay, it's not based off of what Mercy said. Okay, based off of what I have said, me and Ebuka have said. What are you going to tell us? And she was like, what you're saying is the same thing with what Mercy has said. So, no comment. So, that's how we moved on from that, okay? No comment. It was a night of no comment, okay? Now, it was at this point that we then moved to a very sensitive topic. And you guys know that this whole Seyi and Thelma issue is a very sensitive topic. And personally, I don't even like to talk about it because I feel like every time she watches a video where somebody is talking about her late brother or what Seyi had said, it would still hurt her even if you're saying it in her favor. So I don't know how I feel about this, but they had to talk about it because she said something. She was like, although Seyi has apologized on air, he had apologized in one of his interviews and all of that, Seyi had not come to her to apologize. And the only reason he even apologized on air was because the interviewer kept on asking him, oh Seyi, why would you say something like this? And he was like, oh, I did not even know I said it. Thelma, I apologize. That was the only way he apologized to her. Now they're asking, okay, what even caused the problem? Like, what happened that made Seyi say something as heavy as that? Like, how can you say that nothing good is ever going to come out of Thelma? That every single good thing that would come out of her has been taken to the grave by her dead brother. Jesus, that's heavy. And Thelma told her side of the story. She was like, first of all, I was talking to somebody else. Something had dropped. A dice, from their Ludo game had dropped. And, the housemates were looking for it. And she was like, oh, look at it here. Next thing, Seyi's like, Thelma. Let me just give you guys a backstory to this whole thing here. That particular day, Biggie had punished the housemates. Seyi was counting rice. I remember that punishment so well. I know I laughed so hard that particular day, yeah? He was counting rice and, Biggie was really playing loud music and all of that. So that was affecting Seyi and his counting. So he did not want any extra noise. Well, that's what she said. That he did not want any extra noise. So every single time somebody made some kind of noise, it's like, can you stop and all of that. And for him, it felt like Thelma was making noise. And that's why he said, Thelma, can you take it down a little bit? And Thelma's like, why is it me that you're going to shout at? You guys know how these housemates can be. Little things like this, they don't fight. So I'm not really here to say, okay, this was wrong or this was right. But the question is, at what point did Seyi deem it right to insult Thelma with her dead brother? I mean, there was really no excuse for that. So if you're saying that, oh, she was making noise and she was not making noise, brother, that's not enough. And Mercy actually stepped into this conversation. She was like, first of all, I'm going to apologize because I was the one that heightened the whole thing. I heightened it because I had issues with Seyi, so I kind of blew it out of proportion. And that although Seyi actually made that comment, he made it in his drunk state, because it was after their Saturday party. And Thelma is like, look, I get the fact that you were drunk. But then the point is, when you're drunk, there's a very high chance of you just spilling rubbish from your mouth. Sometimes things that are not even coherent. But you being drunk and still referring to my late brother, it just means that you've had it at the back of your mind. When you're drunk or when you're angry, that's actually when you spill the truth the most, if we're going to be honest. So for him to be drunk and still remember Thelma in his drunken state, and still remember that her brother died and that her brother has carried all her glory to the grave. Seyi, you were not drunk. That's not you being drunk. That's you being really upset. And I get that he mentioned, oh, when I'm angry, I do things that I'm not proud of. Well, that's when my mind began to calm down, because I'm like, if you keep arguing, then I'm going to keep arguing too. You know, so if you accept, then I'll calm down. And the point where he said, oh, look, I accept my fault, Thelma, I apologize with everything in me, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. Then I was like, okay, you know what, it's fine. Thelma actually started crying at this point, because according to her, that statement Seyi made broke her family. You know, the way her brother died wasn't even a very pleasant one. I, for one, didn't even know exactly how he died. But tonight, she kind of shed more light on that. You know, she said her brother was murdered. And the person that even committed the crime is still in court. So it's not even something that, you know, they've buried and, you know, have tried to move on from it. And then Seyi was now there talking about it on national TV. So I can understand how hot they would have been. She actually mentioned to us that her brother was murdered on Friday and his wedding was supposed to be on Saturday. That's really heartbreaking. And Thelma, I'm so sorry, okay? On Seyi's behalf, I sincerely apologize. Let's just go with the fact that he was drunk, okay? Let's just move past it. Thelma didn't even have issues. She was like, okay, it's fine, I accept your apology. Thelma is just a very straightforward person. If she dey follow you vex now, she go scatter everywhere. If una dey on a very normal level, she go treat you right, you know. So it's not about, you know, her having bad blood, because from what she said, even when Seyi came out of the house, she was the first person to hug him, meaning that she didn't even tighten the thing to her chest. So I feel like that's okay now. You know, he apologized, and I'm sure they shared a hug, although they went on a commercial almost immediately. But then she was like, is this the point where we share a hug and all of that? So I kind of feel like that's, I'm happy, okay? I'm actually very happy about this. Now that's basically everything that happened on today's episode. It was more of them trashing out the whole issue of gossip, who gossiped and who did not gossip. And I'm sure that by now we can all agree, by we, me, you, the viewers, and the housemates in general, we can all agree that they all gossip. There's really no point pointing fingers, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section, but be polite. Be polite, because I don't tire. Okay, I don't tire. I still off everything, off fan, off everything, and they sweat. So if you feel like you be keypad warrior, I go show you self say I get keypad. Just because I choose not to use it in the same way that you guys do doesn't mean I don't know how to use it in that way. So let's be polite, okay? Nobody should come and be telling me stuff like, oh, it's because it's stature, that's why you're sounding like this. Oh, it's because it's messy, that's why you're sounding like this. And I've been getting that a lot recently, and I'm very sure it's from some of my new subscribers. That's why I'm saying it here again, openly. I don't have a favorite housemate. They're not be my cousin, they're not be my friend. They're not, they pay me money. So if I feel like he did something wrong, I will state it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm really tired. I have to sign up now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's have a conversation, because I'm sure by the time I take a shower and, you know, just eat something, I'll have strength to gist with you guys. Well, by the time this video is up, it's midnight. So I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.